Good morning, Jai Mata Di. This is Praveen Gupta, Director JMD Academy. So today we have with us Anirudh Lenin. So I'll be taking his technical interview, and let's see how well prepared he is for the interview. He's going to appear in Anglo-Eastern. So we'll check him, or rather we'll test him how well prepared he is. Okay, Anirudh, can you introduce yourself?
Good morning, sir. My name is Anirudh Lenin. I am 18 years old.
Okay.
I am coming from Palakkad district of Kerala. My state is known as Goat Own country for the vast culture, diversity, and the cultural traditions that we have. And I have completed my class 10th and 12th from CBSE board.
Okay.
I scored an aggregate of 83% in class 10, 80% in class 12, with a PCM percentage of 73. Also, my IMCT rank is 5,187. I am coming from a nuclear family. Besides my mother and father, I also have an elder sister. My mother's name is Rekha Kiji. She's a government employee. Okay. My father's name is Lenin S. He's a businessman. And I have played football for my district at youth levels, and it is the greatest achievement that I got in my life. And my hobbies include playing football, talking and interacting with my loved ones. And my dream is to become a successful merchant navy officer.
So it's great that you have represented your city or district.
Yes, sir.
Right? And that's a great thing. Let's see that you were only concentrating on sports or you were studying also. We'll check that in a bit. So we'll start with very basic things. Can you explain all three Newton laws?
Yes, sir. So Newton's first law of motion states that an object, it is also called as inertia, and an object remains at the state of rest or uniform motion unless and until an external force acts upon it. So a ball, for example, a ball rolling from down a hill, and Newton's second law states that the rate of change of linear momentum of a body with respect to time is directly proportional to the net external force applied on it. And its example is that if the same force pushing a bicycle is easier than pushing a car. And third law of Newton is that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Example of that is recoil of a gun and movement of a ship.
Movement of a ship. Okay, very good. So tell me, so have you ever been in a car?
Yes, sir.
And you must have worn that seat belt.
Yes, sir.
So a car is traveling, say, at 80 kilometers an hour, and you are wearing a seat belt, and suddenly it comes to a stop. So which Newton law will be applicable over here? And please explain.
So Newton's first law is applicable here.
Okay, very good.
Because it is based upon inertia. Because when we are moving in a car, the car is also in constant motion. At the same time, our body is also in motion.
Very good.
So when the car puts the brake, or when car comes to the rest when we apply brakes. But our body is still in motion. That's why we lean forward when we use the brakes.
Okay, and how is seatbelt helping us?
Seatbelt helps by pulling back from.
Restricts our motion.
Forward.
Otherwise, we'll go out of the
vehicle.
front window, right? Okay, very good. So, can you explain the process of rainbow? How the phenomena of rainbow works?
Yes, sir. So it's a splendid phenomenon of nature.
Okay.
So rainbow forms when a person whose back is towards the sun, when he faces the sky, the light rays coming from the sun disperses into constant colors from under the raindrops that is still dinging in the sky.
Okay.
So
how is that happening? Can you explain that entire process?
Yes, sir. First, the light rays coming from the sun refracts going into the raindrops.
Okay.
Then inside the rainbow, total internal reflection occurs. And then when it comes back from the raindrops, it again refracts and reaches our eye. After dispersion, reaches our eye.
So where is that dispersion taking place?
When it comes out of the...
when it comes out?
No, sir, from inside the raindrops.
So that is what I am asking. If you have understood the process, you should be able to step by step categorically explain it. So what is happening? sunlight is coming, raindrops are suspended in the air,
Yes, sir.
right? So raindrop will act as a
Prism.
Am I right?
Act like a
So when the sunlight enters, so what are the phenomena that is going to take place?
so refraction,
Refraction and
total internal reflection, dispersion,
first dispersion. And then when it strikes the other surface, there will be total internal
total
reflection.
internal reflection,
And then it will come back after the total internal reflection, and before going out,
refraction
again refraction.
Yes, sir.
That is how
Rainbow is formed.
rainbow is formed. Okay, very good. Tell me, if we take a ball of iron and we put it in water, it is going to sink. Whereas a ship is made up of iron, is a huge mass, but it floats. Why?
So because it is we can explain it based upon the principle of flotation.
Okay.
Because and the principle of flotation states that if an object displaces a weight of water equal to its own weight, then it will float. And in the case of ships are normally made of metals which are denser than liquids, but air-filled buoyancy chambers are fitted into it, which reduces the average density of ships, and that's why it is able to displace a weight of water equal to its own weight.
Okay, very good.
So that's why it floats. Whereas an iron ball is not able to displace a weight of water equal to its own weight. So it
Okay.
sinks.
So any body, when immersed fully or partially in water, it is going to displace some amount of
Water.
or some volume of water. So the weight of the volume of water displaced will be equal to the buoyant
weight.
force.
Buoyant force.
And when this buoyant force is equal to the weight of the body itself, the body will
Float.
float. Very simple. Okay, very good. So write down the question. There is a watchtower 100-meter long,
So
and a man is standing on top of it. He watches two ships, one behind the other, at an angle of 45 degrees and 30 degrees. What is the distance between the ships?
45 degree and 30 degree.
45 degrees and 30 degrees. As I can see, the nearer ship, the ship which is nearer to the watchtower, you have projected at the angle of 30 degrees.
Yes, sir.
But what should be the angle?
Is 45 degree.
Suppose when I'm looking from, what is angle of depression? When I'm looking from the top, the angle which I make from the horizontal vision of sight, that is angle of depression.
Yes, sir.
And the nearer ship angle will be 45 degrees or 30 degrees then. Even if you change, if you take this as, if you convert it over here, the ship which is nearer, person has to lift his head more to look at the top, or the farther away ship will have to do that. So here your process is right, but you made the mistake, right? So it is wrong. So these silly mistakes will create such a huge error that it will end up in rejection.
Yes, sir.
So you need to understand, you need to keep your nervousness aside. I know you know the formulas, I know you know the values, I know you are clear with the concepts, but if you make these silly mistakes, we call them silly mistakes, but these are actually at times, I can see that conceptually you are not bad, you are good. There are few things here and there, but that I believe that is because of nervousness. And if you stay a little bit more careful while giving me the answers, I think you'll do very well, and hopefully you'll improve on them and do the right thing over there. I give you all my wishes, and I'm very, very sure that you'll get selected. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Take-